Hello, everyone. Sophia Lucia Perola here with Garden State Film Festival. We are gearing up for the 23rd annual Garden State Film Festival for March 27th through March 30th. You can come to Asbury Park, New Jersey, or Cranford, New Jersey, and check out over 200 films playing from various types of places, various types of films. You can check out our lineup at gsff.org as well as any tickets. And we are here talking about a Madagascar, A Chance for Change, a short documentary, homegrown student college film. Here to talk with me about the film is the director, documentarian, and cinematographer himself, Elias Stevens. Elias, hello.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for taking the time out to talk to us about this film, this gorgeous film that you made. Thanks for making it, and congratulations on getting it accepted to the Garden State Film Festival.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. So why don't we get started? Tell me a little bit about Madagascar, A Chance for Change.
Yeah, this was a documentary that I had the privilege of making. It was a 3-week study abroad trip in August 2023, and I had to like apply for it and get into it. And thankfully, I was blessed to have the opportunity. So I just got to go to Madagascar. We bopped around to a bunch of different parts of the country, look at nature and humanity and politics and like climate change and how all those things are balancing out or not
Mhm.
balancing out to one another. Um, yeah, it was a wonderful experience. It was my first time out of the country, let alone making a documentary like this at this level. So just life changing on all fronts.
Yeah, it sounds and it looks it watching the film. Like what a beautiful experience. That's so amazing you got to go. So this all began because of a study abroad trip. Did you like was this film obviously you were filming it while you were there because we see it. So like you knew you were going to make this documentary when you I don't know why I cannot say this word right now. You knew you were going to make this film when you went out there and was it for school? Like tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it was for so at Wheaton College, my school that I'm at. You as a film major can apply to be a filmmaker in resident on one of these short trips, and the mission is to go partake of the class and make a documentary at the same time. So I was getting credit and like doing a bio project that I knew nothing about at the same time of like making this film that I'm also kind of forming as I go. So
Okay.
I did a bit of thought with the professors that went on that trip because they sent two with us. One of them is in the documentary, and it was their first time leading that experience. So there's just a lot of like pivoting and being adaptable and like just kind of
Mm,
figuring it out as you go, seeing what themes are coming up over and over day after day. I had a general topic in mind because the course had a topic. Um, but the specifics and the nuance was really picked up in the moment.
wow. I love that forming it as you go and like that's beautiful. I think you see that too. I was wondering about these like beautiful shots we see inside of a home, we see on the beach, like native people to the land. Like it's really beautiful. So these were all people you just kind of met and like asked to film this. None of this was like kind of scouting and then having people come. Like this was all on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, two of the two of our tour guides were with us the whole time, Tuju and Mihaja, these wonderful, wonderful men. Um, I was going into the trip assuming and hoping that I would like form a connection with them,
Mm,
so that I could then interview them. Um, but Emil, the scientist, like I had no idea that was going to happen.
yeah.
And the photograph of like the grandmother in the home, that was that photograph is like stained into my brain. But that was a moment that just on a long road trip day, Mihaja just stopped on the side of the road on the countryside, went like knocked on the door and was like, "Hey, can these like 18 like students from America come into your home and like see what it looks like?" And because the Malagasy people are so hospitable and so kind, they were like, "Yeah." So
Wow.
we got to go just go right into their home and see what it looks like, and the matriarch of the family didn't step out of the home while everyone else did, all the kids and different family members, and
Oh.
she was just sitting there smiling, being so kind and welcoming, even though we couldn't speak the same language. Um,
Mm.
that was my first time like experiencing anything like that, and now I know whenever I go travel somewhere to learn like, "Hi, how are you? My name is Elias. I'd love to take your photograph. Is that okay?
Mm.
This is what it looks like. Thank you," in their mother tongue, because I don't want to be that guy who just like steps in, gets your shot, and then leaves, and now I know
Mhm.
nothing about you.
Wow.
Um, so it really taught me a lot about like ethically documenting places that I'm not from.
Mhm.
I'm still figuring that out. I'm not an expert at it yet by any means, but it was the
Mhm.
beginning of figuring it out.
I love that. Thank you. And I know exactly what you're talking about. That was like such a moving, powerful shot. And she, oh, I really was drawn to her. And that's so interesting that you said, even though we didn't speak the same language, like she was just so hospitable. And I loved one of the things too. So you were the cinematographer on this, and there were these gorgeous portraits of so many Native people from Madagascar. Like, so did you end up learning how to say that? Or like, was this kind of a something you kind of asked? So you really just met these people and were like asking without language to to take their pictures and take
Yeah.
videos.
I mean, the growth that I made in those 3 weeks is really life-changing. Like, I'll probably say it 7 more times
Mhm.
in this interview, but it's because it's the most accurate way to describe it. Like, I remember, like, day 1, we met 2 kids. One of them, his name was, Raphael, and he's, like, so charismatic, and he's like, "Oh, I love your hoodie, like, you should let me have your hoodie," like, and sobering reality of being there is that ecotourism is rising, so people are always trying to sell you things. And uh, the first day that I met these 2 kids on the beach, I was so like, I don't know, overwhelmed that I was like, "Can I take your photograph?" They said, "Yeah." I took it and I was like, "Okay, like have a great day." And we met them more throughout the days we were at that staying at that place. But that first time I just took it and walked away. And then my friends were like, "Dog, go show them the photograph. Like, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And when I did, they like pounced away from the camera in laughter and joy because they don't get to see their photographs that often. So
Mhm.
anytime I would show someone their photograph, they were like, "Wow, like I haven't seen myself. I haven't been perceived
Mm.
like that before." And a lot of my work, especially with children, has really just been like trying to capture them in their most honest way, like them comfortable in their body, in their environment, in their spirit. Um,
Mm.
and yeah, just trying to show them authentically.
I love that, and I definitely love to ask filmmakers too, like, why do you love film? What do you think if there is a mission of you as an artist, or what stories do you like to tell? So definitely, especially when it comes to Madagascar, like A Chance for Change, is documentary something that a genre that you really love in film, or do you also do narrative? Like, what are your kind of hopes of you as a filmmaker? I know you said you're still learning. Obviously, we all are learning. Obviously, you're still young, so as you're making these projects and learning as you go and building this amazing career, what stories do you want to tell?
Yeah, I mean, there's two lanes. There's documentary work and narrative, as you said. Um, I think with documentary work, currently in a position where my photographs, I think, are stronger than my documentary film video work, and that's just from having more experience in photography than in videography and filmmaking. Um, Photographs are how I immediately process things. Like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at this thing and I can stall time because I have this piece of equipment in between me and the subject or the moment. With film, I have to get a bunch of different shots and then stream them together with the hopes of recreating or re-inducing that emotion in the audience.
Hmm.
And that's very challenging for me right now. I'm not an expert at that. But photographs, I think I do a better job of communicating what I felt and what they were feeling. So with the grandmother or with the 4 kids just standing in a line, like those are images that like I have to show people. Maybe from a young, naive way, but also just like, oh my gosh, I struggle with processing things. I know that images help me. If they can help you at all, like you need to look at these ones because they will shift how you think. And then with narrative work, um, I'm making my thesis film right now. I'm a senior in school, and we're like knee deep in like crowdfunding and trying to make the thing. And oh my gosh,
Yeah.
God, let it work. But
The
like,
money.
yeah, it's
It's
tough,
always money.
and I'm trying to make faith-based films that don't suck and aren't super cringe and hot garbage.
Mm.
Historically has been challenging for filmmakers, minus a few. Um, but as a person of faith, I really want to try to share some authentic moments and represent religion and faith and spirituality to people in a way that is digestible and respectful of their own experiences. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, just trying to balance all of those things and see how that manifests in the next few years.
I love that. I hope me and Garden State Film Festival gets to see that too. And when it comes to Garden State Film Festival, I mean, how's it feel to have Madagascar, a chance for change at the 23rd year at Garden State Film Festival? It's New Jersey's premier festival. And what are you hoping our audiences get out of watching this piece?
I know. I mean, it's really special to have it at Garden State. I was raised in Jersey. I was raised in Newark. Um,
Um,
so to be able to bring something home feels really special. And the way I found out about this was like seeing another filmmaker that got in, one that I look up to,
mm,
uh, Danny Gavertz. His film, I Think I'm Sick, was so inspirational to me, and I kind of just like copied his film festival list a little bit.
wow.
Um, but like he's in the Philly area and he's working with people in Jersey, and that just gives me hope to know that like okay, you don't need to go to New York or LA to like work in this industry. I don't
Hmm.
want to go to LA, and I like nature a little too much to be in New York long term, although it's
Mm,
obviously so special.
good points. Good points.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a lot as I'm graduating.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. And I remember I Think I'm Sick. I think he won like some awards last year.
yes, he did. Yes, he
Yes.
did.
Very cool.
Trying to follow in his footsteps a little bit, but yeah, to be in Garden State is so special. It's one that like hopefully my family can attend and people that I've grown up with, I can say, hey, like I know I do this thing, but you've never really seen what I do that much. Like now you can go experience it in community, in a theater.
Mhm.
That's so special. That's so special to me.
Yeah.
Um, and for me, it's a cheat code to like see how people react to the work
Yes.
instead of just hoping that someone will comment like "great job." Like you can hear what they think.
Absolutely. There, I've heard from multiple filmmakers. There's really nothing like seeing your film on a big screen and like from the back, just watching the audience reactions, seeing how it's taken in. That's beautiful. I cannot wait to see this on film. I know on screen, at Garden State Film Festival on a big screen because it's gorgeous shots, a beautiful moving story, and you could really see how this is a life changing experience from you. You could see that in this doc in this short doc. So thank you, Elias. Congratulations again on your acceptance and making this film. And just, I'm excited to see where the rest of your artistic eye takes you. And let me tell everyone watching how you can watch A Madagascar, A Chance for Change. It will be playing at the Berkeley Continental, 3 p.m. to 4:45 p.m. film block, Sunday, March 30th. So definitely come check it out. Meet Elias and get your tickets at gsff.org. And yeah, I'm really excited. So I hope to see you at the film festival.
Thank you, Sophia, for the interview. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure. It's been an honor talking to you, and congratulations again.
Thanks.
All right, Elias. Have a good night. See you at the festival.